Hey guys, it's me Jessie. In today's video I'm going to be doing a very exciting makeup look. In order for the anticipation of Crooked Kingdoms by Leigh Bardugo to come out, I decided to do a Six of Crows inspired makeup look. So if you want to see how I achieve this look, then continue watching, and if you have any questions about any of the products or any techniques that I use, just comment below and I will be happy to answer your questions. So without further ado, let's get on with it. I'm going to start off using my Professional Pore Minimizing Primer by Benefit and rub that into my skin. Then I'm going to use my Puff Off by Benefit and rub that underneath my eyes. I like this product a lot because it feels really cool and refreshing on your eyes. Then I just let it dry and then rub it in all around my eyes with my hands. Then I'm going to take my Urban Decay Naked Skin Green Concealer and put that on all the spots of my face that are red, which is pretty much my whole face because I'm a pale person, so I have pink skin sometimes. So the green just helps to cancel out the redness, and I'm just blending it in with my Beauty Blender. So I'm going to take my Alame Smart Shade Foundation and my Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation. The Alame is in the lightest shade, Light Pale, and the Clinique is in 0.5 Breeze, which I believe is also the Clinique foundation lightest shade because I'm a pale person. I really like the Alame foundation because it's really lightweight and buildable, and it also has SPF 15, so that's why I like to mix it in with my Clinique just to get a little bit of that sun protection. So as I was going ahead and blending out my foundation with my Beauty Blender, I forgot to put my under eye concealer on, so that's what I'm doing. I'm taking my NYX color correcting palette and taking the peach shade and just putting it underneath my eye as I always do and blending it in with my finger and Beauty Blender. Then I'm just going ahead and finishing up blending in my foundation lightly with my Beauty Blender. I'm then taking the NYX Color Correcting Concealer palette. Again, I'm taking the light yellow shade to put on my eyelid to brighten up my eye and use as an eyeshadow primer. After blending everything out a little bit more, I'm going to take a flat eyeshadow brush and spray it with my Rose Water from Mario Badescu in order to get the color I'm going to use a little more pigmented. Then in my Tartelette Matte palette, I'm going to be using the lightest white shade in the bottom left corner, which is called Super Mom, and I'm just putting that as a base all over my eyelid. I apologize for not showing the product, but I'm using the Marc Jacobs black eyeliner that I got as a deluxe birthday sample for my birthday with my Sephora rewards, and I'm just drawing a line in my crease. I'm then taking a semi-fluffy brush and using the black shade called Fashionista in my Tartelette Matte palette and blending that in on top of the line that I drew to help smoke it out. I'm then going to take this soft, light, warm gray tone called Tease from the Naked 2 Urban Decay palette, and I'm just going to blend that on top of the black to help smooth it out. And the fluffy brush I'm using is just a cheap one I think I got from Rite Aid, but soon I know I need to invest in some better brushes. So I'm just going to go back and forth between my eyes, making sure it's all blended out really well, and then wipe off that extra foundation that caked up under my eyes. So there is still sort of a harsh black line from that eyeliner because it isn't really a smudging type eyeliner, so I'm just going to go back in with more of the black eyeshadow and keep making that crease deeper and darker and blending that in just to try to get rid of that harsh line. I'm then going to take this really dark mauve purple color called Bombshell, again in the Tartelette palette, and I'm blending that in to mix in between the gray and the black. I'm taking this light skin tone color called Free Spirit from the Tartelette palette and I'm blending it in underneath my brow bone to help that transition of blending that gray out. Next, I'm just taking this plain white eyeliner pencil that I got from NYX and I'm just drawing a white line in that blank area that I left underneath that black crease that I drew, and it's just going to fill in that area to make it white. Now I'm just going ahead and repeating the process on my other eye. Now, using my Urban Decay Naked 2 palette again, I'm going to open it up and use the light silver shade called Verve, and I'm using a flat brush to get a more precise application on top of that white line that I previously drew, and I'm just getting the brush wet again in order for that silver shade to be a bit more pigmented to stand out on top of the white. Now I'm taking the white gel eyeliner from ColourPop Cosmetics in the shade Exit, and I'm using an eyeliner brush from Bare Minerals, though I do not recommend the brush I'm using because it's way too thick. I don't really have a precise eyeliner brush as of right now, but I just had to make do with that. which didn't really work because it ended up being chunky since it wasn't a good enough thin brush. So I recommend using a thinner eyeliner brush for this in order to make a sharp edge in really thin white line wing. Now, in order to clean up the edges if need be, since I didn't really have a proper eyeliner brush, I'm going to be taking my all-time favorite concealer, which is Makeup Forever's Ultra HD Concealer, and I used the shade Y21. Then I just went back and forth between my concealer and eyeliner until I got the perfect wings that I was looking for. I'm honestly not the best at eyeliner, so it took me a while. Next, I'm taking my Tattoo Liner by Kat Von D. It's the ink liner. I'm honestly not too much of a fan of this eyeliner just because it doesn't last long, like, whatsoever to me. I can come back later, look in the mirror, and my eyeliner's, like, no longer on. Like, where did it go? So it's the only eyeliner I have right now, liquid eyeliner, so that's why I'm using it in this makeup tutorial. But anyways, I'm just drawing a thin line on my upper lash line and doing a wing underneath of the previous white wing that I just drew, just a thin one. And then I'm going ahead and doing another wing on top, so it's like a triple wing action here. So I'm just slightly blending that black into the silver, like winging it up, and then I'm just going to go back in with the black eyeshadow that I used in the Tartelette palette, and I'm going to blend that upper wing out. So I'm just going to continue to blend that black out, and then I'm going to take a light purple shade called Best Friend in the Tartelette palette. I'm using a lot of shades in this palette today for this look, and I'm just blending that and smoking it out on my bottom lash line. Now I'm just going ahead and repeating the black wing liner on the opposite eye. And this is the face of regret. And again, I'm just taking that black shade and continuing to try to blend that out more on each of my eyes. Now I'm just taking my eyelash curler and curling my lashes and taking my favorite mascara as of right now, which is the Tightline Mascara by IT Cosmetics, and putting that mascara on my upper and lower lash line. Now I'm just taking my Kat Von D Tattoo Liquid Liner again, and I'm just connecting the line from my upper lash line down to my tear duct and kind of creating this sort of sharp-edged point and connecting that all the way down to my bottom lash line. Using the same Marc Jacobs eyeliner that I used earlier, I'm just going to be taking this and drawing it in my waterline on my bottom lash line and my upper waterline. I don't know what they call it, but the under waterline of my upper lash line as well on the outer corner, just to darken up the eyes and create that sharp look. Then I'm just going to take my concealer and Beauty Blender again and put my concealer underneath my eyes to help brighten and clean up any excess. Then I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Brush and Brow Pomade in the shade Soft Brown, and I'm just lightly filling in my eyebrows to make them a little bit darker. Then I'm going to take my Laura Geller Porcelain Foundation Powder, and I'm just taking a fluffy brush and setting my foundation and concealer with the powder. Then I'm taking my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, and I'm taking that with my Anastasia A23 brush, and I'm putting it underneath my eyes, underneath my cheekbones, on my forehead, and the bridge of my nose, and my chin to help brighten and smooth out the face. Then I'm taking my Chocolate Soleil Too Faced Bronzer, and I'm just taking that with an angled brush and contouring my face and my cheekbones, under my jawline, and on the edge of my nose, and I'm using an angled contour brush. Then to get those rosy cheeks like Nina has, I'm just going to use a fluffy Bare Minerals brush and use the blush in the shade Glisten by Tarte Cosmetics and put that on the apples of my cheeks. Now I'm just taking that white NYX eyeliner once again, and I'm taking that and actually using it underneath my brow bone in just a very thin line to help define the arches of my eyebrows. Then I'm taking the shade Booty Call from the Naked 2 palette, and I'm just blending that line out and highlighting underneath my brow bone with it. In order to help achieve that extra sharp jawline and cheekbones that Kaz Brecker has, I'm going to be taking the shade Puddin' from my Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette by Too Faced, and I'm using that as a very dark, enhancing bronzer in my cheekbones and under my jawline. Then I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills A23 brush again and my Becca highlighter in the shade Moonstone and highlighting on top of my cheekbones and on my cupid's bow and lightly on my nose and chin. Now I'm taking my Kylie Cosmetics Leo Birthday Edition lip liner, and I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips with it. I'm going to be taking the Kylie Cosmetics Lip Kit colors in the shade Mary Jo and Leo, and I'm taking Leo and just outlining my lips with that liquid lipstick, and then I'm filling the look in with Mary Jo K to create sort of an ombre lip look. And that is the final step in this makeup look. I'm just going to take my hairpins out, let my hair down, brush it out. I mainly drew inspiration from this makeup look from the book cover of Six of Crows and a little bit of inspiration from the characters Kaz and Nina. I took Kaz's sharpness, Nina's rosy cheeks, and then from the book cover I used the red on the lips and tried to make my eyes sharp and winged like a crow. Be sure to tag me in any videos or photos if you guys recreate this makeup look because I'd love to see it. That's it. That's the final makeup look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this Six of Crows / Crooked Kingdoms inspired makeup tutorial. Be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Jessie and I will see you next time. Bye! Also, comment below and let me know what other books you'd like to see a makeup tutorial for.